Okay, I'm hoping this is not our last video, but it appears that we've had a huge turn of events going on here that, well, I'm just going to say outright what happened. Okay, I'm not going to say the person's name. I think it's nice to not say who that was. But we were having a conversation concerning the Flash games. And, well, they kind of threw a grenade in the Petpet Park Rebuild server. I can say this now because they already banned the person and somehow got me banned from Flashpoint, so fuck you guys. Thanks for that one. Well, here's the thing. What came out of it is a change in stance of Petpet Park Rebuild, which triggered the nuclear stance I took. Which was, if they don't refuse to give up the files, I will report their ass to Neopets. And well, they wrote it. So, it went. Because here's the thing. Do I care I got knocked out on Flashpoint? I could give a shit less. Why? Because here's the thing. This was not going to change. It's how this thing turned out. Okay? If they were refusing to give the files to anybody, they were going to refuse the files to give to anybody. I wanted to be nice and wait until they physically said it. Guess what? You said it to them. The Plan A went into effect. It's simple as that. Now here's the thing. I know what you're thinking. You sent that to customer service, so it's where it's going to be ignored, and we're just going to keep rolling on. Well, no, I sent it to Dominic Law, the CEO of Neopets. It actually got a valid reply, which means it didn't go through customer service. He knows. Now here's the thing. The whole thing about NeoTruth's nasty history, all your doxing of me, all your little group about my group, all that's known. You can read it. So, and here's the thing. You're the only one going online collecting info with a guy who's known to sexually harass women. Let's go check how that works out for you. Doesn't usually call that defamation of character or risk to a reputation, not file theft, whatever the hell you want to call it. So, here's the thing. I realize this could totally take my group out, and if they do, I don't give a shit. Catch that, boys. I didn't give a shit if it takes my own group out. It'd be very dangerous if you mess with people like that, because you know why? For the longest time, I've quit caring if the pets got preserved. I cared I gained the knowledge to rebuild the pets. Why? People can take the art from me, but they can't take the knowledge. What it also means is that Petpet Rebuild can't steal my knowledge. So they'll be spending years trying to figure out how to rebuild this shit, and you'll still be waiting. Good move there, people. Good move. Unfortunately, so far, we haven't seen the fireworks from it. I'm kind of hoping there isn't any, and maybe if we get lucky, since this is Dominic Law, it does have a preservationist attitude about Neopets and its products, that maybe there's something can be worked out so it can be worked out and preserved somehow. But I'm hoping he doesn't allow them to bring the game online at all. What is preservation of this game? It runs single player, no online access, no friends. Why? Have you seen Petpet Rebuild's chats? Pictures of Nazi stuff in a manner that highlights pro-Nazi beliefs. God knows what else they've done by now. Oh, come on. This is how you guys want it to end. Go ahead. Great, go for it. But it's been sent. It's done. I'm just going to sit back and watch and we're going to see what the hell happens. Nothing happens, enjoy your build. If you get killed off, I don't care. I would care the flying fuck you got all taken out and the files with you. Because then that means the Neo troops gained nothing retrieving them for you. And if you think I'm going to leave and not watch, oh, please save yourself the trouble of trying them again. Because as soon as you throw one animated map, I'll shoot another one right back to him. You try it again, I'll shoot another one. I really don't care. You want to play with me? I'm more than willing to play back. Believe me, there's nothing more they love than an upset people. They want for properties that shouldn't be reopened again. This is how Monkey Quest got hit 3 times. And you know what's scarier? They can wait and just sit there, let you do all that work, and then all of a sudden, boom, hi, hello, how are you? We're the company who owns the thing you're trying to rebuild. You're not going to. Goodbye. Poof. Just like that. All done. Bye-bye. Done. And keep in mind, I don't have to do a thing. Because keep in mind, I don't have to have a team. You do. Just think about that real hard. Now, does this mean everyone's going to lose any hope they had of gaining this game back again? Oh, absolutely. Oh, absolutely. Definitely be dead. My stuff will be gone. Their stuff will be gone. The knowledge will be gone. What are you going to build off of? Half this shit is not on the web anymore. There's only a couple of groups that really had you caring about it. And as for Flashpoint, thanks for kicking me out. Now I can name you. What if those files don't? What if those files appear on one of us? We may not. We may just say we don't want to build the games. Now, honestly, I want to keep it. I would like to, if I found them, have them take the games and build them. But I don't know at this point. Because if I had to get hold of this, the Neopets CEO, to bust this problem up to get the files, I'm very less prone to donating them, leaving you in the same problem you started with. If there's one thing I don't appreciate, is that we obviously knew how bad this battle was going to be. And I would, to tell you the truth, really don't care if I get to rejoin it again. I would care that people could enjoy the games that were found for it, if we can do that. So I don't know how you're going to find out about if we got them. That's really, I might just throw them up on a video and say, hey boys, they're here, come get them. Here's my Discord link. And let someone come pick them up. Now we don't know whether that's even going to work or not, because this feud's been going on for so long between the two groups. They may just say, fuck it, and keep the game totally shut down. And you know what? I can't blame Neopets if they do that. I would too, because you know what? If the two groups can't manage to not fight long enough, that's just going to cause me to lose reputation. I probably would just kill everything in its sight, burn it to the ground, and shovel it over and act like it never existed. Which is an incredibly shameful way to end this thing. Now, there's obviously got to be a better way. The question, of course, is, who wants it? One side can't decide that. So, I don't care whose side you're fighting for. I think we're both going to be gone. And you know what? It's been a fun ride. I'll tell you that right now. Making all these pets, getting them working, has been a freaking pile of fun once they got them going. Do you realize I have over probably it must be 80 or 90 pets at work? And the reason I never built anything else was because I didn't want to help a couple of some assholes out. Because all they would do is steal my work. That's the reason I never proceeded further. Why don't you think long and hard to chew on that one? Why am I so happy to make pets and nothing else? Because I make backgrounds or animate it, they'll just fucking steal it. Why would I do that? Ask yourself long and hard. I'm going to bust my ass going through video clips, animating the maps. Then they'll look at the SWF, hop in their thing, stick it together, and act like I never existed. Fuck that noise. Anyways, guys, this thing's been brewing for way too long, and I'm going to start doing something else pretty soon with all this skill I picked up. Because you know what? Neopets can steal. Neopets can take the pets from me, but they'll never take the knowledge I used to assemble them. Think about that. How much knowledge did Petpet Rebuild have? They had a bunch of slaves just exporting files, have nothing to learn nothing from the deal. People that probably didn't have the skill to start doing it in the first place. But we got a large group. We'll just export a bunch of SWFs and make them this, and we're done. Like, you know, brute force doesn't always work. This isn't Colossus. You know, the machine for decoding Enigma signals here. You know, it goes together a certain way. The thing I could be most proud of is this. I got time to play with all these pets. None of you ever did. I got to put personalities with them. I got to name them long after everyone else did. I got this beautiful lotion pet here, and give me a moment now. We'll bring our other one in, even though they're on the wrong. They're not going to look right, but I don't care. Hi. Hello. Could you enlarge me to look like the other one? I got this nice pet here. There's a fire pet here somewhere as well, but I don't think he's going to get that one out right now. So, I think he's going to want to switch back, though. Let's see here. Anyways, this has been an absolute hell ride from 2014 to now to get where I am. If you watch all the videos that Petpet Rebuild did, 90% of their video is fucking fluff. Fluff. Notice that. Oh, people join and they don't have time. Oh, we got a new engine for managing people. Oh, we got this thing it's like everything but making progress. Having 20 people draw artwork that doesn't have any usefulness in the game files. I mean, come on. I just find it incredibly funny early on. I was able to use the Petpet file for posting progress. Because my attitude is Petpet Park is called this because of me, the Petpet. The damn thing those guys couldn't seem to get it past very easily. And it's kind of a shame it has to end this way because, don't get me wrong, I don't want to work with them after all this. I really don't want to help them. The best thing they could do to help themselves have any relevance would be to donate that file set while they have the chance to someone who could do something with it. Now, do I really feel good that it's going to go where I think it is? I'm all for going there. Yes, I know why they removed me. That's fine. That's great. You're not supposed to contact the developers. Well, guess what? I had that contact with him for months, and we were watching this situation to see what it would do. For the most part, they did nothing, so he could really do nothing because they needed to see a result. So now they were aware. Now I've made them aware that as soon as they do a result, they could be done. Or maybe they'll be nice and let them stay around. I don't know, and I really don't care. Because, get this, the damage they're going to do with the Petpets isn't the artwork theft. It isn't the use of copyright stuff. It's going to be damage to Neopets' reputation. Do you think they really want the reputation of a possible jerk on the back end of a project? Collecting kids' information for the purposes he got known for? I don't think so. I would be putting that fire out with 5 extinguishers, sand, dirt, anything I could think of before it even started. Because, I don't know about you, but I don't think that's how this is supposed to be played. No. Anyways, I hope this isn't a farewell, and at least I don't have to be strapped into a chair so I don't fall out of it like Ozzy was, but I'm truly hoping this isn't our last video to have to make here. You see, the beautiful thing now is, because I'm no longer part of Flashpoint, I can just mention them. There you go. You're mentioned. As far as all major problems, I've never had any major problems with them. And I hope to keep it that way, because so far we really haven't had any, major incidents, which is good. It's great, better than some I've had, I guess. I mean, can I say that it was very fun trying to rebuild this pain in the ass? No. It'll be a shame if they dissolve all the work, but maybe that's just the way it's got to go. Maybe it doesn't deserve being rebuilt. If two groups can't treat it with respect, maybe it doesn't need to be rebuilt at all. It just needs to be put back in the hole, shoveled in, and wasn't that a great memory? Yeah, wait a minute. Wouldn't Petpet Rebuild just reopen up under another name and just basically try to restart right where they left off? Not with me around, they won't. Because I'll tell you what, I hear another group appears with anything that looks like that for that set of files, I'll take you down just as hard. So I would highly suggest, if you're thinking that, think again. If I win it once, I'll do it again. I have no hesitations. No BS about this. Not unless everyone who wants it gets it when you do it. Get it? Open source. That's the solution here. Open the files to everybody, and then nobody cares. Because if one group dies off, the others just keep going. If there's a bad actor, Neopets can deal with bum 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 the bad actor. When you let one bad actor in, you lose everything, and that's not how this should be done. I think the way that Petpet Rebuild thinks they're going to be the next Toontown is so fucked up. It's beyond it is beyond belief. Toontown was built from multiple rebuilds. There's at least 20 of them, guys. 20. And none of them have this conflict. Why they chose to create it is absolutely hellaciously beyond me. I do not get why they thought it would work. I don't think they even bothered to research why Toontown Rewritten actually works like it does. It's because all the groups cooperate with each other rather than trying to beat each other up with bats and batons. And I wish he'd give me the Morning Star. He just gave the Flash ones. This is not an acceptable way to rebuild this. But it seemed to be the way we wanted to do it, and well, look where it went. Anyways, I could play some sad Ozzy music because he's kind of dead and buried now, but I've been hearing that all week all through YouTube, which, don't get me wrong, he deserves a good tribute, but doesn't need to be here right now. Now, what am I going to close this out with? Nothing. I'm just going to let it sit here and see what it does. Okay, let's see what happens now. Everything's been set in place. I wish you the best of luck if this is it, and I hope the best of luck if it opens it up to us. Because here's the thing: I don't plan on doing any games for Flashpoints. Other people do games, and as far as putting the park there itself, I can just put that to archive.org. Because most of that stuff's been pretty safe. Even the stuff from Monkey Quest, all the data file packs and all that, no one's bothered them. And the people are more worried about bringing the game, get this, online. Chat with friends, that stuff. People care. They care a lot because what happens in the news. Oh, The former game Neopets from Neopets Petpet Park has a problem with this. Who's mentioned first? The main company, never the company people rebuilding the damn thing. But this has been a problem with rebuilt games. The main company gets all of the heat, but the rebuilders don't. That's BS. You should be controlling your reputation. Do something that makes the people proud that originally owned it. Allowing a freaking pervert to run around a server of people of this age in the back end is absolutely unacceptable, guys. I don't care how much you say he's not involved. He's involved. You involved him the second you took the files and knew what you were going to do with them. Okay? Wait, that affects me too, right? Yes, it does, but here's the problem. I'm an offline game. My pets will never interact with another pet. My pets will not have to chat over their head. So what interaction could they have other than maybe some historical stuff I've done as to cover history? You know what? Think about that. Doesn't mean just because I did my own work that way doesn't mean I would rebuild a game that way. Anyways, this thing's like 21 minutes long, and I truly think this thing's gotten out of hand. I think I'm going to cut it here, and hopefully this isn't a final goodbye. If it is, I wish you the best of luck in your pursuits. I wish you the best of luck in those pursuits, because let's face it, this has been a great deal of fun, but all good things must have an end. And of course my arm over here is in the wrong spot. Oh well. Must have an end. Chalk it up if it happens. Move on. Do something else. Have a great life.